as long as man walks this earth, this world will remember the 3.5 million people that they killed. Men and women that did nothing. Children that were innocent. Their only crime is to be blessed by God. That is the only crime they have committed. As those children were being slaughtered, as they were being stabbed by a very wicked and cruel world, spearheaded by Awolowo, everybody looked on and did nothing. Instead of them to help us, they ensured that our absolute blockade from land, air, and sea was absolute, that we may die, that the children of God may die. But lo and behold, Chukwu Abiyama determined that we cannot die, that we cannot perish, because we are his own. Despite all our iniquities, despite all our sins, he made us in his image. He gave us that very edict to worship him, and that is what we do every blessed day on this radio station, without fail and without the fear of any human being.
Welcome to Biafra Television. This is the platform of truth of the matter. On this day, we are treating the Nigerian clampdown on Biafra media and activists. We are here today to brainstorm on this issue concerning the restoration of Biafra and the general welfare of the citizens of those who call themselves Nigeria. The Nigerian murderous state has always taken it upon themselves through the security forces to clamp down on the indigenous people of Biafra for expressing their determination to exercise their rights to self-determination. Because of this, we have gathered here with the indigenous people of Biafra. We have come today to discuss on this issue and to see how this affects our daily lives. Today, I'm not going to discuss this issue alone. I have with me eminent Biafrans who has arrived to discuss on this issue. From my immediate right, I have Mazi Onyebuchi James Osorobi.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Our viewers, stay tuned, watching what we are going to say today, and you will digest yourself what the clampdown is all about. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi Osorobi. And from my immediate left, I have Mazi Oba Amadi Basil. You are welcome to this program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And my humble self, this is Carlo Abu Obura, I'm moderating on this program. As I have introduced this topic, which is the Nigerian government clampdown on Biafra media and activists. We want the whole world to understand and see what is really going on in Nigeria as regards the indigenous people of Biafra, talking about their right to self-determination. And we are here asking, is it really normal for a government to clamp down on the media that disseminates the truth to the whole world to understand what is going on in Nigeria? Coming to you right now, Mazi Basiloba, what do you think about Nigerian government clamping down on the Biafra media?
You know, I believe that everybody has the right, his or her own political belief or faith. I also believe that I have the right to use any platform available to disseminate information to the general public. Therefore, I think for anyone or even Nigerian government to clamp down on Biafra media is very, very wrong. Human rights made it clear to everybody that as far as you live, you have the right to tell your story, to educate people, to inform people on what is happening around you. Come to Biafra media. A lot of things are happening within the Biafra restoration process. And through media platforms, the people of Biafra are telling the world exactly what is happening to Biafrans. For Nigerian government to go against this right is very wrong. Nigerian government should be questioned why they are clamping down, why they are subduing the people of Biafra, to aid their view, to inform people, to disseminate information to general public to understand exactly what is happening in West Africa. So I believe that for Nigerian government to do this, clamping down on Biafra media, is very wrong. How can United Nations, human rights, and other world organizations, even world governments, we know what is happening in West Africa without media? So I think it's time for Nigerian government to stop these unlawful activities against the people of Biafra. Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator.
Thank you very much, Mazi Oba. You have succeeded in putting it succinctly that clamping down on Biafra media by Nigerian government is very, very wrong. And also, you are trying to tell our audience that clamping down on Biafra media by the Nigerian government is also an infringement of fundamental rights.
Of course.
Thank you very much. Coming to you now, Mazi James Osorobi. What generally, what do you see on this Nigerian moderate government clamping down on Biafra activists?
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. You know, a country born of corruption will lead into corruption. I want to tell you that clamping down on the Biafran activists was not as a result of doing anything good to the Biafrans, but it was to corrupt the minds of Biafrans and let them to lose hope on their target, which is restoring the land of Biafra. We have numerous of our people whom they have arrested and put into incarceration to intimidate, so that they will also sign the same treaty Raf or Wazirike signed with them, to be speaking Biafra in one side of the mouth and speaking Nigeria in the other side of the mouth, meaning speaking from both sides of their mouth. Now we have eroded Biafrans whom they have arrested, who refuse to agree by the offer given to them by the Nigerian moderate government and in coalition with the British government. We have Madububu in the prison. We also have the Biafra land coordinator in the prison in the name Chidebero Amudiwe. We also have Bright Chimezie, whom we don't even know. For one day, they have not even brought him to court since they have arrested him. And we have so many Biafra activists, to name but a few. Now they also arrested the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, so that all the people of IPOB will live in fear and quit the restoration process and the restoration project. They have offered a lot of heaven and earth sweet offer to the people who are determined to restore Biafra. For instance, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, who always say, after my testimony in this court, there will be no more Nigeria. Because Nigeria has done a lot to woo him back to Nigeria, and he refused. That is why they are moving every now and then to arrest the people of Biafra, to adopt them. Some of them they have killed. Some of them are under the secret cells across Nigeria. And some of them have been taken without any notice. Some of them have been taken without no one knowing where they are. The arrest and adoption of Nigeria on the Biafran activists is really, really wrong. For instance, in America, people protested even when Donald Trump was about to swear in. On that very day, a group, they came, they protested and said, we don't want him as our president. None of them was arrested. Even those who are protesting that they don't want Donald Trump to be sworn in as their president, we are even making trouble. We are fighting people, we are pushing people, but nobody touched them, because that is their fundamental human right to protest, even though they went a little far against the principles of the law. But they were left, and they were chanting. They keep organizing for their rally, they keep organizing for their protest. Not even one person was ordered to be arrested. Up till now, they keep doing, none of them was arrested. Even on the media, when the BBC will be saying wrong about the presidency of America, Donald Trump will only say, you will hear from me. What you get from me is the truth. Whatever the media is telling you are lies. But in Nigeria, that is not how it is. They will arrest everybody. They have given the Nigerian media, even the Nigerian media, any media house in Nigeria who says anything the truth, the people who are working that very day will be arrested. The manager of any of the media will be arrested, thereby making them to live in fear that it's only the dictatorial appointment or the dictatorship government will run in Nigeria. They arrest them, they kill them, they injure them. Even when they are caught on camera, nothing has been done about it in Nigeria. So bringing down the restoration process, which the Nigerian government are doing under the government of Muhammadu Buhari, is very, very wrong. And I want to tell us that cannot stop the restoration of Biafra. Thank you, Mr. Moderator.
Thank you, Mazi Osarobi, for putting it straight to our audience to understand that the Nigerian government's clampdown on the Biafra activists is simply to corrupt them and frustrate us in order to make sure that we stop the process of restoring our nation, which is Biafra. As it is, our audience has been well educated on the issues surrounding this clampdown on Biafra people, mostly the activists and the media itself. Keep watching. We are going on a short break. When we return, we shall continue with this great topic. Keep watching.
Biafra freedom, freedom is what we need now. Freedom, freedom is what we want now. Biafra freedom, freedom is what we need now. Freedom, freedom is what we want now. Call it the United Nations to set my people free. Call it the League of the Nations to set Biafra free. Lord no. Call it the African Union. Talk about my freedom.
Welcome back to this segment of Truth of the Matter on the Biafra Television, London. As we were discussing before we went on a break, we are still discussing on the Nigerian government clampdown on Biafra activists and the media. I come to you now, Mazi Baseloba. What do you have to tell the Nigerian government about this clampdown, the killings, the incarceration, and the intimidation of Biafrans?
What Nigerian government is doing is very wrong, because I believe that I have the right to control my destiny. I also have the right to determine my political belief in anywhere I find myself. I have the right to say I want to be a Nigerian or I want to be a Biafran. As you can see, moderator, Nigeria has a spy.
Of course.
Therefore, the people of Biafra believe that they are not comfortable in Nigeria, that they want to go back to the nation of their own ancestors. That is Biafra. So I believe with this, I believe that Nigeria has no right to clamp down on Biafra activists, those of them who are championing the cause to restore the state of Biafra. If you look at it, as far as the people of Biafra are not going against the law, I believe that they are innocent. And Nigerian government shouldn't arrest them, shouldn't kill anybody because of that. So my advice to Nigerian government, or my warning to Nigerian government, is to respect their human rights. Biafrans have the right to aspire to determine where they will stay or where they will not stay. For Nigeria to continue killing the people of Biafra, I think we should follow the democratic principles or direction by applying the right to self-defense. If Nigeria continue to do that, are you getting me? If Nigeria continue to kill the people of Biafra, we have to follow the right to self-defense in order to defend ourselves from their incarceration and the unlawful killings going on in Nigeria. So, moderator, there are a lot of issues surrounding the Nigerian illegal activities of Nigerian forces against the people of Biafra. Take a look at what is happening when we are embarked on a protest. If you look at all the protests, you can see the video clips. You will understand that the people of Biafra are armless. They are following the due process of democracy. They did not commit any crime, they did not destroy anything, they did not harm anybody. But what the Nigerian forces will do is they will go there and they continue shooting at the armless people of Biafra. They will kill a lot of them. Look at what happened on 28th. A solidarity rally for Donald Trump of the United States of America. Look at what happened when the Biafrans are doing their zonal meetings at national meetings. Meanwhile, according to Nigerian law, democracy and human rights, we have the right to organize ourselves and determine and discuss how we live our life and our future. So when we gather for a meeting, Nigerian government will kill the people of Biafra. When we are praying, Nigerian government will kill the people of Biafra. So my advice, as I said before, my advice to Nigerian government is to stop the incessant killing of Biafrans, to stop the illegal incarceration of Biafrans, to stop unlawful destruction of Biafra media. Otherwise, the people of Biafra will defend themselves to avert or to stop the Nigerian government from killing us as a people. We have the right as a people to be called Biafrans. So, moderator, there are a lot of issues surrounding this. So I think I have to stop here. Maybe next time I will be able to come up with some other issues. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mazi Basiloba, for saying it as it is, telling the Nigerian murderer state to think twice before clamping down on the indigenous people of Biafra self-determination, especially their media, our media platform. Thank you also, Mazi Oba, for telling Nigeria to maintain democracy if really they believe that they practice democracy, because democracy has its tenets and principles, which includes the freedom of speech. Even as you were saying that the indigenous people of Biafra always gather, and when they gather to pray or to have a family meeting, and they are being killed just by exercising their rights under the Nigerian Constitution of Section 40, which guarantees the rights of citizens to freedom of assembly and association. So Nigerian government should take note and listen to Mazi Basiloba and stop killing Biafrans, and stop clamping down on Biafra media, and stop incarcerating people for expressing their opinions, because marriage is never by force. Marriage is the meeting of the mind. When two people agree, they will cohabit. Now I come to you, Mazi Osorobi. From all these things we have been discussing here, what do you tell the Biafrans who are being killed on a daily basis? What do you tell Biafrans who are being incarcerated? What do you tell Biafrans who are in the diaspora trying to disseminate the news about Biafra restoration? Mazi James.
I will tell the people of Biafra, home and diaspora, especially those who are home, never to desist or quit from the struggle. Because there is a saying that when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. As it is, they are trying to kill and maim our people. They intimidate us with the military, even though some of the military are the Boko Haram and the Fulani herdsmen. They distract us with all manner of bully. They distract us with all manner of intimidation. But I want you to keep resolute. Remember, the time for us to be freed has come. Never you think twice of doing what is right, no matter what it will take. They can only kill the flesh, but never kill the spirit. The same spirit that has been moving people to come, to surrender their lives, shall move us to get Biafra. And I will tell our people in diaspora, it is your onus to see that everything you are asked to do to restore our land ought to be done. Your little token, your advice, your contribution, and your loyalty to the leadership of the indigenous people of Biafra is paramount. And if you do as you are being directed, and if you obey the instructions and the commandment of our leader and the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Biafra will never be far-fetched. We are close to the range. Not fade away. Keep strong. If you are putting 2 hours into the struggle to restore our land, I encourage you to put more hours so that our land will be restored. We have been asked and commanded to tweet whenever we are asked to tweet. We have been commanded to disseminate the information once it comes to the media, on Facebook, on any platform, especially the Twitter. We must get on it and do as we are commanded. And then the little token which you are asked to contribute, financial wise, I encourage you, it's a blessing for you to be part of those who contributed to the restoration of your land. When you go to Israel today, those who fought to restore the land have the honor. When you go to America today, those who fought to restore the land, to liberate themselves from British, the same British we are suffering from, today have their honor. So in our own land, when you are asked to do anything, when you are asked to contribute, as long as you have it, even if you don't have it, struggle and freedom fighting is not what you do in a normal eyes. You must go out to see what you do to make sure you contribute your quota, so that tomorrow you'll be counted. As our leader used to say, you will raise your shoulders high, that I am one of those who contributed to the restoration of Biafra. Thank you, Mr. Moderator.
Thank you very much, Mazi Osorobi, for putting it the way it is. Thank you so much, our viewers at home, for standing by and listening to us at the course of this discussion today, where we have laid it bare to the public and the world at large on the continuous and systematic clampdown of Biafra media and the Biafra activists by the Nigerian murderous government, aided by the British government. Because at this, we have made our audience to understand that even as it is now, the British government are the ones pulling the strings from Britain and determining what is happening in Nigeria today, to the extent that they have tried every possible means to make sure that they stop the restoration of Biafra, and they were unable to stop it. They couldn't stop Radio Biafra, they couldn't stop the agitation for the restoration of Biafra. And as it is now, they have resorted to their last card to play, which is they want to kill the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in prison, with the hope that after killing him, the people of Biafra will forget about the restoration of Biafra. Viewers at home, out there, you have to make your choice. Look at the issue that we have treated and know where Biafran people has gone wrong just for asking for a fundamental right. Now we are drawing the curtain on today's program, and we urge you to keep a date with us. This is the truth of the matter. We are returning you to our main studio in London.
Mr. Pro, I'm doing it.
More on the beat. I
see my day.